All right, it is time for more huffing and puffing. Walk and talk with Matt Zion. I think we kind of settled on that one. But today's video, because I'm doing these a little bit more often now, because I really enjoy the conversation in the comments. So I'm going to talk about Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate is the definition of a beta male. This guy is a sheep in wolf's clothing, if that makes sense. This guy is everything that's wrong about being a strong man, an actual alpha strong man, because he's not any of those things. He has influenced a generation of kids in particular who seem to think being, brash, arrogant, a douchebag, just an overall horrible person. And of course it's worked out for him, because in today's society, today's world, being terrible is considered smart. Getting paid by being terrible is smart. And I think there's a reason for that. I think that it's been this way for a long time, except that it's always been on the down low. It's always been something that you would pretend to be a good person. You would pretend to not be doing crimes. You pretend to, overall have a moral compass. But on the down low, if you were making money, you probably weren't any of those things. So the nice thing was, at least with someone like Trump, he threw it out there in the open. No more pretending, just, that's it. This is who I am, accept it, I'm making money, fuck you. But the reason I'm talking about Andrew Tate in particular is because the Trump administration apparently allowed him and his brother, who was also a giant piece of shit, to leave Romania, where they were probably gonna get real fucked, because they did a lot of, allegedly a lot of crimes, even though people go, there's no evidence of that. There's no evidence he did anything wrong. There's a literal video out there where he was bragging about how he was extorting the women that he used, because he was a pimp, that he used to have sex with other men. And you tell that to the Andrew Tate people, they're like, that's not what he was talking about. That's not what he was talking about. So Trump administration allows two potential sex traffickers to come into the United States, and shit got real, because Governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, an ally of Trump and the Republican Party, got a booger there, he came out and he's like, oh, we don't want these people here. He's like, we are about family values, blah, blah, blah. They're not, but, and he's like, we don't want the Tate brothers here. We did not ask them to come. It was the Trump administration that basically sent them in. And he's like, they're not welcome in Florida. So just to kind of rub it in Andrew Tate's face a little bit more, talking about a guy who, at the time, I actually praised when he talked about the bullshit of doing rug pulls, of, having a meme coin and rug pulling. He talked about how, you can make your money other ways, probably through crime, and he wouldn't do that, and how, you were a weak individual if you did that. He was right. And then 6 months later, he did one too. So, not only is he a liar, hypocrite, and just weak, he's one of those guys that at the party, he walks in and he has to start screaming that he is the manliest man that ever manned. And I'll leave you off with this. It was a long time ago, Joe Rogan had on I believe it was a former CIA guy. He said that, the CIA guy said, he's like, if you're an alpha, you don't tell anybody you are. He's like, you just are. And I think the more that you see somebody screaming about how manly they are, how strong they are, how successful they are, how alpha they are, that's a pretty surefire sign that you're a beta.
Reckless eating!
Reckless eating.